I want to see if they're healthy. I want to see if they love football, and I want to see what their measurables are. That's about all you can really find out here in Indianapolis. But you got to study the tape. You got to gather information. But those are the three key ingredients. Hard to do. Hard to do. Right now, we might be playing 7 defensive backs at a time. If you watch Kansas City play in our division, you might need to play 8. They're throwing the ball unlike any team I've ever seen. So you got to find guys that can match up against big guys, smaller guys, guys that can line up in the box and play the run. We're looking for versatile guys for sure. We got to get better in every phase of our football. We got obviously needs offensively, defensively. Flacco's coming to town in Denver. He's a world championship quarterback. We know what Mahomes just did. And Phillip Rivers still very dangerous. So defensively, we've got to improve at all 3 levels. And offensively, we've got to improve as well. And what's your playing style? Can you play 75 or 80% of the snaps? That's how it is in pro football most of the time for the great players. A lot of these guys in college football haven't played more than 50% of the snaps. So what's your endurance like? And obviously your arsenal of moves. Do you have a number of ways to get home? Power rush, do you have an alternative move? But we're looking for instincts and a lot of things. And can you stop the run? You don't get the rush if you don't stop the run. We got to be able to tackle, you see. I think it all starts there. Everybody gets enamored with the coverage ability, the length, the speed, all that stuff. You got to be able to tackle these guys in one-on-one situations. We had a guy walk in our room last night, a receiver out of Ole Miss. His name is Metcalf. He looked like Jim Brown. He's the biggest wideout I've ever seen. And you got to ask yourself, who's tackling this guy? So if you're a 179-pound corner and you're tackling a 235-pound back or a 230-pound wideout or a tight end, you got to ask yourself, is this what I want to do? So you got to find guys that can tackle big time. And I think sometimes that's overlooked. We'll see how they run, college offenses. Sometimes you have to use your imagination with the route trees and things like that. But there's some speed, there's some size, there's some playmakers, and there's some small packages that can really create some offense as well. So I think it's a good group of receivers. Really is. No, not really. We won 4 games. We got a long way to go. We have a long way to go. We're going to get there. I'm confident, very confident in the staff that we have. I think Mike Mayock's addition is really exciting. He fires me up. A lot of energy, a lot of energy, a lot of intelligence, a lot of, I think, creativeness that's going to help our building. And we're eager to try to get better through free agency and through the draft and through our development of players. Well, I don't like veteran players, so I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to speculate about anybody. We're going to look at every vehicle possible. Certainly the financial part of every acquisition has to be considered. But we're going to look into everybody's availability and what we think is best for our team. Yeah, he's our franchise quarterback, yes. Try to make that clear. Yeah, I think edge pressure sometimes is perceived to be the most important, but the closest yard to the quarterback is right in front of you. And, we won a championship. Warren Sapp was a big part of that. When we were in Green Bay, Reggie White was a big part of that. If the quarterback can't step up, it really helps your edge rushers, and that's important. We drafted 2 young pass rushers inside last year, and we might be in the market for another one. Yeah, we're looking at the safeties. We're looking at the safeties in free agency and in the draft. And, when Kelsey's in your division and Antonio Gates is in your division, you'd be looking at safeties too. They're really important guys. Connolly's very important. He was injured as a rookie. I thought he played pretty good last year. When he was healthy, he played very well. Had a streak of 4 or 5 games where he showcased some really good stuff. And Carl Joseph has asserted himself as a leader on our football team, and those are 2 young guys that we're going to count on.